I'm about to rank a list of cars all the way from A to F tier, and these cars are specifically for car rentals. This is for people that's looking to get into the car rental space and you don't know what kind of cars to start off with. Hopefully by the end of this video, you have an idea on what cars to choose from this list, all right? For the people that don't know me, my name is Dudley and I own a luxury and exotic car rental company out here in South Florida called Dud Rents. And I've been doing car rental for about 5 years now, and I pretty much help people get cars, add them to my fleet, I manage it for them, rent out to my clientele, and I just help the car owners earn passively every single month, hands-free. So these list of cars that I'm about to rank is from my experience of doing car rentals for about 5 years now. So let's get straight to the video. The first car we're starting off with, a standard Corvette C8. The Corvette C8 is a perfect entry-level sports car that you can get for like $50,000, $60,000. I'm gonna rate the Corvette C8 at a B tier because it's a car that's in demand, it get consistent bookings, and it's a fun car to drive. And the standard Corvette, you could charge that anywhere from like $300 to $400 a day. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Corvette Z06. Now the Corvette Z06 is a better performance vehicle than the standard Corvette. More horsepower, it's faster, it's louder, and it just got better specs on that vehicle. So the Corvette Z06, I'm gonna rank that at a A tier because you can charge that car anywhere from like $500 a day. But the price difference in those two is actually a gap. So a standard Corvette you can find for around like 50, 60 grand, and the Z06 they're about 100 grand plus. Big gap difference, but a big earning difference as well too. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the BMW M3 competition. The BMW M3, I'm gonna rank that at a B tier. A lot of people dream cars. It's a popular vehicle. I do get a lot of inquiries on the BMW M3, so I'm gonna rank that at a B tier. You can charge those cars anywhere from like $300 to $350 a day. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the BMW M4 competition. Now, the BMW M4, I'm gonna still rank it at a B tier as well. It's pretty much the same thing as the M3. It's just a two-door version. Comes with great specs, great color combos, and you can charge the M4 anywhere from like $300 to $375 a day. So I'm gonna rank that at a B tier as well. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the BMW M8 competition. And again, guys, these cars are in demand in car rentals. If you're in a major city, major population, right, a million people, like a South Florida or any major city, these cars will move in your city. Okay, so the BMW M8, I'm gonna rate that at an A tier, only because it's bigger sedan. It's a four-door bigger sedan. It's a V8 engine. It got more space. Also in demand. You could charge those cars anywhere from like $400 to $500 a day privately in car rentals. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the BMW X6M competition. I'm gonna rank this one at an A tier, only because it's a SUV, more space. It's a V8. It's fast as hell, and it could keep up with like a Lamborghini Urus. They're neck and neck. So I'm gonna rank this at an A tier on a BMW X6M. You can charge that car anywhere from like $500 to like $600 a day. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Mercedes-Benz GLE 53. The GLEs are a great vehicle that's in demand as well. It's very universal. People will get these cars on a regular weekday, on a slow month, and you can charge those cars anywhere from like $300 to $400 a day. I'm gonna rate the GLE 53 at A tier because they do get a lot of bookings in the car rental business. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the GLE 63S, which is a V8 engine of the 53, pretty much. It's just faster, louder, and more performance, but same technology, same everything. I'm gonna rate the GLE 63S at A tier because you can charge a little bit more, and it's also in demand. And I would rent those cars out anywhere from like $400 to $500 a day. The 63S is a great vehicle that I recommend anybody start off with. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Mercedes-Benz GT53. This is a sedan. This is more of the sports sedan. GT53 is like a boss vehicle. It's a shark. It's aggressive, right? When I started my car rental business, I had this black one, and I had a lot of bookings on the black one, a lot of inquiries. People love those vehicles, and to this day, I still get a lot of inquiries on the GT53. The GT53, I'm gonna put this on A tier. It do get a lot of bookings. People love that vehicle, and I actually need one on my fleet. So if you're watching this and you want to earn an extra 2-3 grand from that car, please shoot me a DM on Dud Rents on Instagram, and I'm gonna help you earn some serious money on the GT53. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the GT63S. Now, the GT63S is pretty much the same vehicle as the 53. It's just faster, louder, and more performance. It's a V8 engine. I'm gonna rank this at an S tier. This will do some serious numbers, okay? I don't have one. I get a lot of inquiries on that car, so please, guys, if you're watching this, you have one, you want to make some serious income, DM me on Dud Rents on IG and I got it. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Porsche 911. I'm a huge fan of Porsches. Personally, I'm gonna rank this at an S tier, but for car rentals, because this is all based on bookings and on car rentals and the cars that's in demand, I'm gonna rank this at a C tier. I'm not gonna try to Porsche like that. It'll get bookings, don't get me wrong, but it won't get consistent bookings. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for consistent bookings, I wouldn't get a Porsche 911. But it'll rent, but it's a super niche car, and not a lot of people, you know, will rent that car out. So I'm gonna rank this at a C tier. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Lamborghini Urus. The Urus, I'm gonna rank this at an S tier. This is like the best exotic vehicles to start off in car rentals. You could charge that car anywhere from like $800 to $1,000 a day. Badass vehicle, I'm gonna rank this an S tier. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Lamborghini Huracan, another badass vehicle. I'm gonna rank this an A tier, only because the Urus will get more bookings than the Huracan. But the Huracans are bulletproof. The Urus and the Huracan hold their value very well, so you can resell it. The Huracan top come off, so it's a very good vehicle for like a sunshine state like Florida. So I'm gonna rate this at an A tier. And you can charge that car anywhere from like $800 to $1,000 a day. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan, I'm gonna put this on A tier. Cullinan is probably like the best vehicle, the best luxury vehicle that you could get for rentals. It's probably the only vehicle that you can maximize your earnings with, because you could actually do photo shoots, video shoots, hourly rentals, right? You could do chauffeurs on that vehicle. You don't even have to rent it out full time. You could do all those services and still earn thousands of dollars from that vehicle. So I'm gonna rank the Cullinan at an A tier. But if you was to rent it out, you can rent the car out anywhere from like $1,000 to like $1,500 a day, depending on like the spec in the year. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Bentley Bentayga. Now, the Bentley Bentayga kind of died down on rentals, so I wouldn't necessarily lean to get a Bentley Bentayga. I would rank this a D tier. It really wouldn't rent out that much. If you want like a luxury SUV, just get a Cullinan or like a Urus, right? I wouldn't get like a Bentley Bentayga. But if I was to have a Bentley Bentayga, I'll charge that car anywhere from like $600 to like $700 a day. But I wouldn't really get that. I'll rank it out a D tier. You can find a Bentley Bentayga for under $100,000. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got a Mercedes-Benz S580. This is also a universal vehicle that everybody loves. Even on slow months, the S580 will rent out. So I'm gonna put the S580 on a B tier. You can charge that car anywhere from like $300 to $400 a day. It's a beautiful vehicle, luxury, great ambient lighting, great features. It's a beautiful vehicle, full body sedan, and it's actually a V8 engine in the S580s, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna rank that at a B tier. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Mercedes-Benz Maybach GLS. This is probably the #1 trending vehicle, neck and neck with the Urus in car rentals. So I'm gonna put the GLS on S tier because they come with all types of two-tone colorways, great luxury, great specs, and just a badass vehicle. I'm gonna put the GLS at S tier because they do get a lot of bookings, and you can charge that car anywhere from like $700 to like $1,000 a day. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the Mercedes-Benz Maybach S580. Now this is the S-Class, the sedan version of the Maybach. Same thing, great two-tone color combos, great spec, great luxury vehicle, ambient lighting, great technology. It's a beautiful vehicle. I'm gonna put this on A tier, but if you wanna get a Maybach, I just recommend getting a GLS Maybach because it get more bookings. Moving on to the next vehicle, we got the McLaren 570. Now the McLarens, they're headache vehicles from my experience, you know what I'm saying? McLarens are kind of techie and they give technical problems. I'll put this on D tier. I wouldn't really lean 570S. If you wanna get a McLaren, get a 720S, which is the last vehicle on the list. If you get a McLaren 720S, it's a way better and faster performance, and I get the most bookings on the 720S. So 720S, I'm gonna put that on A tier. Just be aware that McLarens can give problems. Yeah, these cars, guys, are like great vehicles to start off with in the car rental business, and I just rank them from A to F tier. And this is from my experience of doing car rentals for about 5 years now. I own a luxury and exotic car rental company out here in South Florida, and I pretty much help people like you, car owners and investors, get cars, manage it for them, add them to my fleet, rent it out to my clientele, and help them make passive income every single month, completely hands-free. If it's somebody that's curious about jumping into the car rental business and you want to jump into it and you don't want to handle the operational side, I can easily help you get a vehicle, manage it for you, and help you earn hands-free. If you got any questions, any concerns, any comments, leave them in the comment section. Hopefully this video gave you an idea on what cars to look out for if you're starting off in car rentals in 2026. That's it for today's video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.